Alright, in this video we're going to be going over how to lose 2 pounds or 1 kg of body fat per week, because a lot of people overcomplicate how simple and easy fat loss really is. Literally by the end of this 6 or 7 minute long video, you're going to know exactly how to lose 2 pounds or 1 kg of body fat per week without getting hungry, so let's do it. And just so you don't think I'm talking out of my ass, these are some of the results that I've gotten for my clients. Literally Nate here, he lost 25 pounds in 90 days. My client Jacob here, he lost 10 pounds in 14 days. We got 4 pounds in 7 days. So I'm really actually underestimating what you truly can do. But as you can see, the results speak for themselves. So let's get you losing the weight and in the best shape of your life. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Tom McGregor, owner of No Return Fitness, where I take men's physiques to a point where they never ever want to return back to the old version of themselves. So let's get into it. So there's literally only 3 phases, and if anyone ever tells you anything differently, I promise you they're just trying to confuse you. They're just trying to overcomplicate it so you buy their program, right? Number 1 is literally track everything. Number 2 is we're going to readjust, and you might have to do that twice. And number 3 is your dream physique unlock. That is literally it, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So let's do it. So number 1 in phase 1 is most people will tell you to eat way less than you actually need to, especially in the beginning. Most people will tell you to go 750 calories, 1,000 calories into a deficit, and this is just simply wrong. What happens when you do this is you start to get stressed, you start to get anxious, your cortisol raises, and when this happens, that stops the secretion or the output of your testosterone, which is our growth hormone. And when this happens, when you go to lose weight, because you're stressed, because you're anxious, because your cortisol is high, you end up losing the muscle that you already have, and you end up skinny fat. And that's the absolute last thing that you want if you're putting in the work. You don't want to do all this work and then just end up skinny fat. So what we're going to do, go on a 250 calorie deficit. I recommend going on a 35% protein diet, 35% carbs, and then 30% fats. That way you're going to be nice and balanced and keeping your testosterone nice and high while you're in this deficit. On top of that, I want you to go on a 10,000 steps every single solitary day, right? And one hack that I do have for that is literally first thing that you do when you wake up, do about 2.5 to 5,000 of them. That way the rest of the day you're probably going to fulfill to get to that 10k step mark. After that, low intensity steady state cardio, right? No running, no long walks. All I want you to do, low intensity steady state cardio, 20 minutes per day. That's it. All you're going to do, jump on a treadmill, literally go on incline, probably about 10 to 12, and then about speed 3 to 4. Somewhere in there you should get to a heart rate of about 120 to 130. That is going to make you shred the most fat that you possibly can for the input that you're putting in, and it's not going to put stress on the body, it's not going to raise our cortisol, and it's going to keep our testosterone nice and high while we lose the fat. And then you can use MyFitnessPal to track every single solitary thing, and there'll be a workout program that you can use below. It's literally a 4-day training split so you can get in the best shape of your life for the workouts that you're doing. And honestly, this will be very easy if you're an organized kind of man. You literally will do this extremely easily, and I promise you that will be the beginning phase of your fat loss journey. Now, phase number 2 is when you hit a plateau, and this is going to be the adjustment phase. You might have to do this once, twice, maybe even 3 times, depending on how big your goal is, but this is how I want you to be doing it to make sure you're getting the best results without getting hungry or lowering your testosterone levels, right? So basically what happens is when you hit that plateau, your weight stops dropping. You're still weighing yourself every morning, but it stops dropping for about 7 to 14 days. Then you want to go into the adjustment phase, and you're going to drop your fats. Now, I don't mean drop them completely out, because they are what keeps our testosterone. They are exactly what regulate our hormones, but they also have the most amount of calories out of our carbs, out of our protein, and out of our fats, right? They hold about 9 calories, where protein and carbs, they hold about 4 calories per gram that you eat, right? So we want to drop our fats so you're back in about 250 calorie deficit. And again, all I want you to be doing again is hitting 10k steps. You can raise it to about 12,000, 15,000 if you've got the time of day. But what I want you to do here as well is increase your low intensity steady state cardio from 20 minutes a day to 30 minutes a day. That way you'll just put yourself in that deficit again, and you won't have to drop your carbs, you won't have to drop your protein, because we want to keep our carbs nice and high, because they fill our glycogen, they fill our muscles. So that way when you do go work out, when you do go hit the gyms, you're still getting the most output that you possibly can, making sure that your muscles even growing while you're in a fat burning state. It is completely possible as long as your carbs are nice and high and as long as your protein are nice and high, and as well as having nice heavy training sessions. Now there will be a workout split below if you want one. It's a 4-day training split. I promise you it'll get you in the best shape of your life. It's the exact same one that I used when losing all the weight that I did. And phase number 3 is literally if you hit another plateau, we want to readjust again, and then I promise you after that readjustment you will hit your dream physique. Literally you might have to readjust 1, 2 or 3 times. It just depends on the length of your goal, but on this one specifically, if it's your 3rd time adjusting, I want you to drop the carbs instead of the fats. And the reason for this is because fats, they generate our testosterone, and the thing is we want to still keep enough of them to make sure that you are still building muscle, or just at least keeping and maintaining the muscle that you've already got. Dropping carbs, all it's going to do, you might have to go through a phase of being a little bit lower energy than what you're used to, but if your goal actually means something to you, I promise you it is so worth it. What you can also do is increase your low intensity steady state cardio, and if you do this right, increase it by another 10 minutes. That's just going to increase to another 70 minutes over the whole entire week, and I promise you that will be enough to put you in a good calorie deficit without getting too hungry and without having to completely deplete your testosterone while still getting a good amount of carbs in for your workouts and keeping your intensity nice and high in the gym. Now with the low intensity steady state cardio, I want you to make sure that you do this correctly, because if you go too high output, you start running, things like that, all it's going to do is cause stress and anxiety on the body, and that's the last thing we want. So from this video, I want you to take away, literally track everything, become the man that tracks everything. It'll make your progress so much damn easier. And then other than that, if you go through your first plateau, what I want you to do, make sure you drop the fats first. Your second one, I want you to drop the fats and carbs. And then your third one, I just want you to drop the carbs only. We don't want the fats to go too low, and keep your intensity extremely high in the gym throughout the whole entire working out program. Most people will tell you that you can change your training split. No, we want to keep the intensity nice and high, stick to one training split throughout the whole fat loss protocol, and I promise you, you'll get the results just like all my other clients have as well, and you will get your dream physique. But if you want specific help from me, there will be a call link below, and I really do hope you enjoyed this video, gentlemen, and get in the best shape of your life. Comment down below if you want anything else made about anything specific that we talked about in this video. I hope you enjoy.